Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls, welcome to Extra Op number 3 of Metal Gear Mondays, the Games Club style podcast where we cover all things Metal Gear from left to right, inside and out, top to bottom. I always mess that up in pseudo, semi-historical, pseudo recreational order. My brain is broken. This week we have Sam Wright with us.
And this week, I don't even know when the fuck this episode's coming out, even if it's in October. I don't give a shit. This week I'm sponsored by Kit Kat.
Very nice. Isaac. Lim is here as well. Hey. Are you going to retort with the retorts that you retorted with last time?
I'm going to say it right now. Kit Kat sucks.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
We've also got James Reichmuth.
Incredible. Kit Kats they're an okay treat.
And we are joined by a very, very special guest, special correspondent to the show. Ladies, gentlemen, Shebas and Cats. I introduce you to Allis Chang.
What's up, guys?
Yay! Oh, hey!
It was like so hard to laugh. Not to laugh.
That's the summary of this whole podcast. It's so hard to laugh.
Yeah, we're
so hard to laugh.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. So we are. This is.
The hate is flowing already.
Yes.
And I forgot to introduce myself. So as always, I'm your host, Alessia Summerfield.
Oh, what a surprise! Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! I wonder who it is.
Golly.
Oh,
piece of
man.
shit.
Oh god.
Oh, I love it.
Sam. So punchy.
I'm getting feisty. I'm feeling feisty. I've had a lot of sugar. We stayed up late.
Yeah. So for anybody who is listening to, who has listened to Silent Hill 2 and Uzumaki, this is the direct sequel to those. So if you will remember, Isaac, Sam, and myself, Eastern time, it was about 3:30 when we finished in the morning. Central time, it was 2:30. Pacific time, Sam was coming in at a nice 12:30.
Wow. But I go to bed at 9.
What? Yeah, but what, Sam?
I go to bed at 9.
So we're real. We've been real sleepy.
I feel great.
Awesome.
Feel well rested. Thank you.
Welcome back, James.
But yeah, so before we get too far along into what this episode is going to entail, Alice, would you mind introducing yourself a little bit, telling us how you found the show and how you got into Metal Gear?
Well, I found the show when I was kind of looking into old nostalgia from my childhood, and I was listening to like a lot of documentaries on Metal Gear at work because my job sucks.
Yeah, who works at work anymore?
Anyway, and then I was kind of, I don't know, I couldn't watch the visuals, and I was like, I wonder if there's just like a podcast that exists out there that maybe has like a Metal Gear episode. And
oh man, it's almost as if we heard you years ago.
Yeah, and I found Metal Gear Mondays, and I was like, what? How are there like 76 episodes about Metal Gear? Like, how's that possible? And I kind of just started like binge listening to it at work on the way home, and then basically just was like, hey, can a female talk about Metal Gear? Because there was a lot of
thus
dudes.
the episode was born. Yeah,
we were very much He-Man Woman Haters Club here for a long time.
Whoa, Sam. Whoa, I disagree. We were the He-Man woman lovers who couldn't get a woman on the show to talk to us because we forgot, because we've been talking to ourselves for a very long time. So we're rectifying that.
Sounds psychotic.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Do you think that sounds psychotic?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I was very alarmed, actually, so Alice messaged us just to sort of say hey, but to also say, like, hey, when are you guys going to have a lady on to talk about Metal Gear? And that's when it dawned on me that we had recorded, like, over 110 hours of talking with not a single female voice on the show. And I was like, wow, that's ridiculous. And so, upon thinking about it, I kind of realized that we have a ton of questions. So that is sort of the main topic of this episode. We are getting a female perspective on Metal Gear, and Alice has been kind enough to join us for this, but also join us for some special assignment work. She will be back on some future episodes because she's going to Japan. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I'm looking into going to school there next year. And just going to go over, I don't know, I usually go over once a year if I can, but I'm just going to going over to check out schools and housing and all the crazy fun stuff.
Very nice. And I think there will be some special Metal Gear related reporting that hopefully will come back as well. So I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
But yeah, that's awesome. Speaking of you listening to the show at work, do you feel comfortable telling the insane story that you told me about a very certain episode? Because I think it's fucking hilarious.
Sure. So, I mean, we have offices where you can, it's kind of boxed in, but I have the Apple Bluetooth earbuds, and sometimes the Bluetooth connection disconnects and things just start blasting out of my computer. And I was listening to the episode on the Phantom Peen, and definitely there was definitely some content that just started blasting out of the speakers, and I shut it down really fast, but my whole office just got really quiet.
Yeah.
All the papers stopped rustling. There were no clicks happening on the computer, and I just kind of pretended like nothing happened. So
that's the best way to do it.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It was that episode, of course.
I'd never considered this before, but it's funny to me that Metal Gear Mondays embarrassed somebody. Other than us.
I was trying so hard to conceal my laughter. Of course this would happen, and it's not safe for work.
Yeah, I really wish that I knew what point it played out loud.
God.
It's just
I don't know.
It's probably one of us yelling pussy really loud.
It's just Sam being yeah, dry.
It was definitely a panic-stricken moment of just oh God, what just happened?
That's amazing. Well, cool. Yeah. So go ahead.
You never told us how you got into Metal Gear.
Oh, Isaac coming in with the hard-hitting questions right off the bat. Hold on, I'm going to cue some 60 Minutes music right here, actually.
Sorry.
I want to know.
I had a PS1 in the house. My dad brought one home, and I had started out playing something I think it was Tomb Raider was my first video game, and I remember my dad playing this video game at one point, and he was super sucking, and it was the Revolver Ocelot battle in the first Metal Gear.
Classic dad.
And I was like, Dad, what are you doing? You keep blowing up the president with C4, you're not supposed to shoot that. He tells you it's explosive. And I remember beating it for him and then just kind of watching him play on and off. But I remember I really kind of got hooked when it was right before the Psycho Manus battle, and he would constantly skip the cutscene with Meryl being Snake, I want you, and I would get so pissed because I'm Dad, why did you skip it? I want to know the story. I never understood why he skipped it, and so I would sneak playing it from the beginning just to figure out what the hell that scene was that he skipped, and just kind of fell in love with. I mean, the whole Psycho Manus aspect just really drew me in. I was whoa, what is this guy? And it was so kind of creepy and weird, and I had never experienced something like that before. So
why does he know that I played Castlevania?
Well, it wasn't on there. I don't remember what he was scolding me about.
Does anybody know if he? Does anybody know if he'll call out a Dance Dance Revolution save file?
Ooh.
Because it is a Konami game, and they did have them on the PS1. So I kind of wonder if that exists, because it'd be really funny to hear him just say "Oh, you like to play Dance Dance Revolution."
I do remember he always said I was reckless because I guess I didn't save a lot.
Oh,
I do remember he always says that.
Oh my God, I was a very prudent man.
Yeah, every 10 minutes I was oh shit, I have to save. I think the trapdoor floors in that fucking basement are what hardwired into me save everywhere.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Did you fall them?
I did because I was dumb.
How? You just run.
I was a child.
You just run. Come on.
No,
man.
don't blame being a child, because I never fell down those.
Oh no!
Wow.
Just throwing me down the hole, aren't you, Sam?
Literally and figuratively.
Yep. And we talked a lot about jumping into holes last night as well, so it's all coming full circle, almost like a spiral, one might say.
Oh.
Anyway, so this episode is going to be a little bit more of a casual kind of conversation. Obviously, we do have a list of questions just to kind of get us started, but I definitely want to keep things conversational and quick. By no means are we taking Alice to court or anything. So everybody just have fun, get loose, ask questions. And yeah, we thought it might be fun to record. And I don't know, primarily just to kind of get us started. One of the things that I kind of wanted to point out is like, I mean, there are very many reasons why this could be the case, but I know we get so few female listener responses that like we kind of call them out when they happen, and we get very excited about it. And so one of the questions that I had kind of right off the bat was like, did you ever feel at any point, and like this isn't a leading question at all, like I don't have an opinion on this, or like I haven't really formulated a ton of thought on this, but did you ever feel at any point that like Metal Gear Solid as a game was like not intended for you as an audience member? Did it ever feel like alienating as like a woman playing?
I was really thinking about that earlier today, and I'm not sure if it was like Kojima's intent to specifically like leave the female audience out of it. It's hard because I was always really attracted to it. I was really attracted to, you know, the depth of the characters and the story, and just how everything seemed kind of like a movie, and it was really intriguing. I never really thought about it in the form of like, oh, is this meant for a female? Mm-hmm. Or would it detract for a female to like it? I mean,
I'm sure it's probably also worth asking, because I know whenever I came to this game, I think I was like 8 or 9 years old, and I think that's most of us except for Isaac and James. So I guess me and Sam, who came to it when it was sort of contemporary. Sam, how old were you? Like,
I would have been, man, fuck if I know. I was like 10. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
No, it was somewhere a lot. It was like because it came out in what year?
99.
99. So I would have been.
I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot here.
7 or 8.
So I guess part of I think what's probably worth establishing, and like Alice, I'm not going to ask you how old you are, but I do wonder if us not necessarily thinking about media critically at that time probably has something to do with it as well.
I was going to say that because it didn't occur to me, and it didn't matter that, you know, the protagonist was male, and most of, you know, the female characters in it were like, I don't know, because Sniper Wolf was like super sexy, and Meryl was kind of like lovelorn green soldier. I don't know. I feel like
she's also Miss New Booty. I don't know if you remember, but she's got the wiggly.
Oh,
the wiggly walk.
I totally got into that bathroom really quick. So,
oh yeah, I forgot pantless Meryl.
Yes.
Yep. Get that booty. A booty to rival Snakes.
Oh no, a booty to rival Metal Gear.
No, Snake always will have the best.
Yeah, the best booty skit. Nobody has heard it to this point. The best booty skit that will ever occur happened on the Uzumaki episode. So you guys should dig in for like the greatest 2-minute opening skit I think that has been recorded to date.
Yeah.
In the history of booty skits.
History of Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, that too.
But yeah, so I feel like I'm monopolizing the floor a little bit. Does anybody else have any questions to get us going?
So I mean, I guess like following down that line of thought, you know, because I agree that there is a lot of like when you're a kid, you're not really thinking about these things. As you got older, was there a point where you looked back and it changed your perspective on it? Like, do you have a different perspective on it as an adult than you do as a kid, or is the nostalgia still a factor? How do you kind of work through that?
Oh, all the things. I mean, yeah, I was super passionate about the first 4 games. Mm-hmm. I couldn't really play Peace Walker. I couldn't get into it, and I really disliked 5.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
I played. Was Ground Zeroes the first one? Yeah, the like shorter one.
Yeah.
It was like a struggle. I actually wasn't going to buy it at all because I was severely against Kiefer Sutherland. I basically like wrote that man off into existence because I was like, how can you not have David Hayter in it? Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel like after that, I just swore off the series, and I gave it a shot, but I just couldn't get into the story. I felt like it was something lacking, and I just couldn't figure out why. And especially with Peace Walker, I couldn't break through that storyline either. Like, it really was disinteresting to me, and I think
Peace
it's
Walker's so
because I know you love it, but I really felt like in the first couple games there was always this sense of mystery and intrigue, and like it kept you guessing, where I feel like Peace Walker and the other two pieces of 5 were kind of just like really straightforward. Like, they followed a pretty standard, I feel like, ABCD like plot line. I don't know.
Yeah. Follow the man in the mask.
Definitely, yeah.
They didn't keep my interest.
It's less intrigue and more like action movie, with like slight undertones of what it used to be, which is weird. Yeah, it's very different.
I think Metal Gear Solid 5, because of the lack of cutscenes, definitely feels like like somebody smacking a bunch of action figures together.
Oh yeah,
like it's like, and then Snake and Metal Gear fight each other. Blah, 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 blah.
I just I couldn't care less, and for me, I'm really picky about any kind of media that I indulge in, because if it looks beautiful but the story is crap, I don't care about it. Like, totally. I can't force myself to be immersed in something that's not interesting to me.
For sure.
So, yeah.
Which is good, because why would you put yourself through like 20 or 30 hours of something that you hate?
Yeah.
We do frequently.
Yeah,
it's like, well, sometimes you have to record a podcast.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just mean when you don't have like self-imposed deadlines. Alice, along those lines, I do want to ask you, because I think we are kind of when talking about engagement with a story, it's kind of like a perfect way to kind of segue into a question that I had, which is, how do you feel that like Metal Gear as a game, how does it fare as far as like the portrayal of its female characters? Because like, I know obviously you talked about Sniper Wolf being kind of the sexy like femme fatale, but I always felt like the best female character depiction in the game, and like she was never really sexualized or anything, or objectified, was the boss. I think the boss is like one of the strongest female characters in games, if I had to put my money down. But I wanted to get your perspective on that.
So 3 was really interesting because I think I don't know, I love it. It's still not, something about it felt detached for me. I don't know if it's just that I didn't super relate to like the
X-Men that Snake was fighting.
Yeah, there was something left to be desired about it, and like it was cool because it was kind of like vintage, and there were 2 really strong female characters that were both kind of like in love with Snake. I don't know. I remember when I first played it a long time ago, I wasn't a huge fan of the boss. I felt really kind of hurt because you're Snake, so you empathize with him going through like, why are you doing this to me? Like, how could you betray like my feelings as Snake, meaning? So I always felt just really hurt by the boss, and I know in the end like why. And I think like rewatching some videos on 3, I really appreciate her more now as, an older woman, and kind of seeing her sacrifices.
Alice is actually 120 years old, you guys, by the way.
I am a vampire.
She's an ancient woman.
But
I didn't mean to derail you completely. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? Yeah, I mean, I think I appreciate her a lot more now. As a female, I think she's a really interesting character in all the facets that kind of she covers. But I felt like it was definitely weird that she was kind of this like motherly figure, but also like his lover, that she like crossed those boundaries.
Totally.
Yeah, she kind of feels like the most human character that Kojima's ever written. I kind of feel like outside of the vocal performance, if you were to just read everything on paper, she feels like one of the most fleshed out characters. But that might also be because Kojima dedicated like fucking 6 games to her story.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I kind of would know a little more about her, actually, because from not really delving into, Peace Walker and the other games a little bit more, I don't know. I wasn't over the moon about her. I was more of like an Eva fan in that game.
I was about to do the ocelot. Yeah, I was. Yep, there we go.
So do you find that you have any other of the female characters in the series that you more identify with or appreciate on a different level than the boss, like as an example?
I mean, I kind of always had love for Meryl, just because at the time I kind of identified with her being younger and just kind of, I don't know.
The daughter of Matt Campbell.
Oh, God. I just think as a young girl, it made sense to me of being thrown into this intense situation where you're like catching feelings for this guy who's kind of like a badass hero, but you're trying to be tough, you know? That always really stood out to me. I really empathized with her. Like, she clearly just was like trying so hard to impress him in a way. And he was just kind of like not letting her know. I really liked Meryl. I had a huge crush on Sniper Wolf. For sure. I wasn't a huge fan of like too many of the female characters in 2, even though I love 2. Like, 2's one of my favorites, but
Yes.
How you
Fuel
feel about
me.
Rose?
Rose was so annoying.
That was her
Like,
purpose, though. That was,
I know.
That was the point.
I know it was, but Rose and
I guess it
did
doesn't
not.
make it good, just because it's the point.
It's just so hard because, like, as Raiden, I'm just like, oh, please stop calling me. Like, I'm trying to do things here, and you just won't shut up about what day it is. Like, I'm just trying to
Hey,
do my
Alice, do you know what
stuff.
today is?
Oh, God.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, along the lines of 2 as well. I did have in the document one of the things that I wanted to ask you about is the sort of bullshit answer that Kojima gives from time to time about Raiden, which is sort of the like, oh, we did some focus testing and we felt that like Japanese women would feel more like at ease with like soft boy Raiden as the main character. I don't know if any actual like focus group testing was ever done. I think he was just kind of. Having read a lot about that development time, it seems like he was just kind of lying a lot in interviews and to the company just to kind of squeeze in random shit. And so I do wonder, like, as a female who enjoys Metal Gear Solid 2, do you find Raiden to be any different than any other character? Like, does he feel engineered for women? Like, I don't know what the fuck that even means. Like, what are your thoughts?
So I thought about this a lot, and when I played 2, you have to understand, like, I was traumatized after the tanker episode because I thought Snake was dead, and I was like, how the fuck? I remember I had finished the tanker, and I went out to dinner with my parents, and I was just like, I don't even know if I want to finish this game. Like, Snake's dead. I was so depressed, and, you know, when I started the plant episode, I was like, what the hell is this? Like, who is this guy? Why is he a pussy? I just remember being so disgusted that, like, I just wanted to be Snake. You know, like, I wanted to be the legendary hero. Just, like, I was kind of depressed at first. But then as soon as the scene with, you know, Vamp in the little room where Pliskin comes in, and I was like, oh, that's Snake. Like, he's not dead. Okay, I can deal with this. Like, I want to see how this plays out.
He just shaved. He's fine.
Yeah, you couldn't tell it was not Snake at all.
Right.
Then I felt like invigorated. I was like, okay, who's this Raiden guy? And there's got to be a purpose. Like, I just kind of was like, oh, this is going to be really dope. And
that's when you fell head over heels in love with him, right?
Right.
I always had a crush on Otacon. So
Very good. Good
Let's
answer.
not,
Otacon stays
let's
nasty.
not get weird. I liked Raiden.
No, I want to get
4.
weird. I want to get weird.
Otacon gets weird. Otacon's looking for stepmoms.
I was gonna say, Otacon gets real
stepsisters.
weird.
Dave Nasty.
Otacon lost some points when he was like going after Naomi, but that's another tangent.
No, I hate fan service, but I found myself kind of getting way too invested in that bullshit.
What do you mean?
I was like, she brought it. She took him back to the helicopter. Oh my god! Like when I played 4 and Naomi and Otacon hook up, I was like, yes.
I was like
boy.
rewatching this today, and I was like, I want to vomit right now. Like,
Oh no, yeah, trust me, I felt
he's
both
like
at the
trying
same
to
time.
woo Otacon like that Zoe Deschanel wooed Ben Gibbard, but that's a whole other.
Oh, whoa! Whoa.
Shots fired.
That's
Oh,
a good
damn.
deep cut.
Anyway, back to Raiden. I don't know. I do think.
Did you say nerds?
Nerd? I don't know. I do think there's some kind of magical mysticism around Raiden. I don't know. I do think I liked him as a character, even though I was like in denial for a while. He is very kind of feminine. So
He's smooth. He just has like literally no hair because his hair is a wig.
He's just like he's a dork. But I mean, there was something
McLovin.
captivating about him once I got past the fact that Snake wasn't dead. I did start to enjoy kind of playing as him, and I don't know if it's just that he's more attractive to a female player or like what all that craziness is about, but
yeah, I don't pay it any credence. I just wanted to throw it out there as let's bust this myth real quick.
I don't think 2 would have been as successful without him.
Oh yeah, I feel like he's
Honestly,
like the fulcrum
I mean,
of like the whole story is just like, oh look, random guy can be Snake too.
So interesting the way that plot totally changed around, and I think back and I'm like, well, if Raiden never happened, like what would that story have looked at? Like I just don't think it would have been nearly as interesting, especially when, you know, Snake kind of is like change sides. I don't remember saying I was on here, so I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah. The
so
infinite ammo
awesome.
moment still fucking blows my mind when Snake gives
like,
Raiden all the
points at that
equipment.
bandana.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
and
I mean-
Raiden's like, are you good? And he's like, oh yeah, infinite ammo. I was like, what the fuck does this mean?
That whole section was very interesting. I was just like, why does he have to be nude? Like,
Oh, I mean, I didn't ask myself that. I was like, he has to be nude, but
oh,
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, so I guess these games also kind of handle like sexuality in general kind of weird because, like, I mean, we'd kind of mentioned it on the MGS2 season, and I know we bring it up from time to time. The game almost kind of like mockingly talks about Vamp being bisexual, like in a sort of a bad way. And I think based on, I'm trying to remember if it was a listener that brought it to our attention way back when, but there is like a deep cut codec call that kind of implicitly mentions that Fortune's father had a sexual relationship with Vamp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like I feel like the games.
I guess it was. I never thought that it was like. I seem to get that call every time I play that game, and I never thought that it was a deep cut until you texted me about it.
Yeah, I just never realized it. But yeah, so I guess the games also kind of handle sexuality in a weird way as well. Like, I don't think it explicitly is like, oh man, like, is that guy gay? Like in a goofy, shitty way. But like, I feel like the game, as it progressed, and Alice and I kind of talked about this earlier, so we had like a preview conversation. But one of the things that kind of came up is like, James and I were talking while James was playing through MGS1 for the first time, and we were talking about how Snake is super pervy. Like, we had even mentioned, I think, on the show that Naomi does the whole, like, oh, I'll let you strip search me when we get back. And Snake's like,
That was a great David Hayter, but that's perfect.
It's almost as if the games, because like in that moment, it's not like the codec itself was like, hey, let's zoom down and see Naomi's breasts while she's laughing. The game wasn't necessarily perverse. The characters were being perverse. But then as the games continue, like you get to 4, you get to 5, like holy goddamn, you get to 5. And it's just like every time there's breasts within 40 miles of the camera's just like in between them. And so like I feel like the game itself became the perverted viewer more than the characters at a certain point. And because even in 3, you don't like the camera doesn't focus on Eva's breasts unless you do like the R1 like Snake point of view. So it always kind of shunts the perversion onto Snake. But then about midway through the series, like 4, 5, Peace Walker, oh god, definitely Peace Walker. The game itself becomes super pervy, and so I just found that super interesting. And so I wasn't sure. It's interesting how it maps to you not liking the series as much as it goes further on, Alice. So I mean, obviously, I don't think correlation is like causation necessarily, but I thought it was an interesting.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just like the shift in what was focused on in the stories or in just the little moments. Like, I remember even just rewatching a few scenes from 4. I was like, why did they make such a big deal about Johnny and like his weird like poop fetish? Like, I don't know, like why that had to be such a strong marker in 4 when it was such an amazing game. Like, I don't know if they just thought it was like, oh, comic relief because all this stuff's really heavy. But I was like, why are you putting so much focus on that? And then I don't know. 4 was an interesting bag, but I don't know. Personally, I didn't find 1 to have that much like pervy things. If anything, I felt like it was just kind of like, oh, flirty, and I wish maybe Snake would have been more of like, I don't know. He just seemed kind of like sterile.
Yeah, it's like
all
after
these
the
women
beginning.
who are like, throwing themselves at you, and you're just kind of like, no, I'm good. Well, I mean, I guess the nano machines are supposed to suppress his dick or whatever, but
I love
I
it.
mean, I
ED? No,
is
it's
so
nanomachines.
just blame everything on nano machines.
Oh my god.
That's what I do.
Oh no. Sam's at work. They're like, Sam, why didn't you fucking turn in your assignment? And he's like, nanomachines, and just walks away.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna start using that.
Dude, go for it. You will definitely not be fired. That much.
Sam's like, I've not been living on a couch for the past 3 months.
Yeah, I do remember though specifically being like, oh, like Snake's dad actually is like attracted to women though.
Yes,
Like, I remember thinking like, oh, Big Boss.
Whoa,
He actually has, like,
that's
a
the
pulse.
big
Good
and
for
Big
him.
Boss.
So like
I
if I'm summarizing what you said, right, you wish it was more pervy.
No. I don't think more pervy. You have to understand something. Like, I grew up with anime where, you know, guys get nosebleeds when they see a chick.
I mean, does that not
walk down
happen
the
to everybody else
street.
on the show?
When her skirt is like 1 centimeter shorter than it should be.
Right, or she's like leaning over and there's cleavage and he's just like squirting blood everywhere. I mean, I think
Yeah.
Love Hina is like the perfect
Oh
example.
my god!
But
You can't forget Tenchi. It's like
What's
any of those,
that?
like Tenchi Muyo, Tenchi Universe,
oh wow,
Tenchi in
I
Space, or
totally
whatever.
forgot about
It's
that
like all those
show.
harem anime are just like very like there's a fucking genre that's just like a dude lives with 37 women. Whoa!
Oh god. You know, it was such a part of like my understanding of the Japanese culture that I don't think I really thought about it. Like being older now, and of course, like with all the things coming up politically, of course, you look back on a lot of things different. But at the time, I kind of was just like, oh, like it's Japanese, so this is how it goes, you know. So yeah, in a way, I wasn't personally like, oh god, why are these guys making this so gross, and like, why are we, you know, our two are wanting onto Eva's boobs all the time. Like, I didn't really question it.
I get that.
Sorry if that wasn't like the.
No. What do you mean? You didn't split my brain open with some crazy insight? How dare you? Get off this podcast.
I guess it did get worse, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just because 4 is so fan servicey that like unfortunately fan service like equals
Yeah.
porn
Well,
dog.
I do wonder too how much it was like due to like the art style getting like better as technology got better. Because I feel like there was some of this even early on where like the camera would linger in certain areas, even with like Meryl and things. I might be misremembering, but I feel like it's always been not necessarily like it's definitely like shifted from like being character focused to being like camera focused because as the series continues, there's no characters. But I do feel that the
It's like
camera's
3 fucking
also
characters in 5.
always kind of been weird. So I do wonder if like it's just more noticeable now because the art style's gotten so much more realistic over the years.
Yeah, that's a good point you brought up because I was noticing like the Beauty and the Beast unit today, and I remember when I originally played it, I was just like, whoa, like their, you know, rendering is so incredible. Like I can see the sheen on their uniform, and I was just so blown away by the quality of how far it had progressed as like I don't know, visuals. Mm-hmm. And I remember watching it today and I was like, oh god, this is disturbing. Like,
yeah, this is like a latex commercial.
I'm uncomfortable. I mean, I don't have any problem with stuff like that.
For sure.
You know, I shoot models in I've been in industries where they shoot things like that. I'm not bothered by like rubber suits, but it's just that.
Whoa, hold on. Hold on. What industry involves rubber suits that you're in? No, I'm kidding.
Modeling.
You shoot people?
Yes. With a camera.
Oh, Pokemon Snap. I get it. Okay.
No, like Fatal Frame and then.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
You do that for a living?
Even better.
Oh, Fatal Frame.
Oh, that would be sweet. No, I'd probably be dead.
I'm a ghost hunter.
It was just more disturbing, I guess, seeing it now because of how, like, just it didn't make sense. Like, the visuals weren't making sense with the immense trauma that they were suffering through. It made it really unsettling for me. Mm-hmm. Especially in the way that some of them fall. I'm like, whoa, that angle is not okay. Mm-hmm. That was a little weird on rewatching.
It does kind of bring to question, too, like, who's the guy sitting there at Konami who's just, like, spending weeks of his life making sure that the glisten on her skin is perfect?
I imagine that it's like a programmer and then Kojima's right near his shoulder watching.
And just breathing heavily onto his neck. He's like, oh, yeah, that's
Hideo
great.
Kojima has he had a direct line to the graphics department there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's very troubling, I think.
I do genuinely, though, like, jokes aside, wonder how much of that is like his direction versus like people just running with it and it just kind of being what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so Kojima on record has said that James Bond is the pinnacle male specimen.
It's true. What a dumb point.
But
can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it,
shit.
please.
So what did you all think of the choice of making kind of all of the enemies in 4 female? Where like all the,
all the bosses?
Well, and the
frogs.
The frogs, yeah, were female, and I kind of totally forgot about that, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, damn, that kind of sucks, because then you're just killing off a bunch of women.
Yeah, it's like it's the Resident Evil 5 conundrum, where it's like, oh, that's cool, new location. Wait a minute, we're only killing black people? This feels very weird.
Oh, yeah, that was bizarre.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played 5.
Like, this isn't okay.
Yeah, like at first I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool new location, and then I was like, oh my god, I'm committing genocide as a bulky white man. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you literally just brought it to my attention. I did not, I guess because my brain always focuses on like the cannon fodder baddies, like the sort of terrorist random scrub dudes, that I completely forgot that like most of the big bads other than Ocelot are ladies. Because even Naomi, like in her weird double crossing, I didn't double cross or whatever, is also kind of lumped in with them. So it's like you get Vamp, you get Ocelot, but then every other boss is a woman. I didn't even think about that. That's interesting.
I didn't even realize that either. And then you got like
I was a
Sniper
little
Wolf
upset about how they were all cannibals.
Yeah, their stories.
It's because they're women.
Bit
all women are
iffy.
cannibals, right?
Yes.
I mean, when he was talking about how the one was like grabbing ravens and like ripping their heads off or whatever, I was like, can you grab a raven? Like I was like fact checking him. I'm like, I don't think it works that way. Their stories were a little bit of a stretch.
You can befriend a raven and then betray a raven, but I don't think you could just grab a raven.
You can quoth the raven as well.
Like the story that she, when the ravens were eating everybody, she like whatever, she killed them instead. And I was like, they probably would have just flown away. Like, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah.
Anyway.
James looks like he's getting ready to say something.
No.
Oh, okay. You looked very like it was like there was like a wind up coming. I was like, whoa.
No, I was laughing. I think the idea, because it is ridiculous. The idea of just grabbing a fucking raven out of the air like that. It's goofy.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was in the content. So
it probably was.
You're
probably
it's
Drebin talking about.
I don't think you
everyone
can.
was just lying about everything.
Yeah. The Welcome to the Metal Gear universe. We have there are 3 black people, period, and then a bunch of ladies are getting murdered.
Wow,
yeah, can we talk about that? Like, I know it's not female based, but I was like, why do all the black characters have to either die or they get really screwed or not enough screen time.
Or they're all
Let
related.
me tell you,
they're all
I
related.
don't know.
So frustrating.
Fortune's related to Scott Dolph, who's also black, so
Right.
we got that connection. And then Sigint, you're like, oh man, Sigint and DARPA Chief, we have two different characters. No, they're the same fucking character.
Yep.
And then you have Drebin, and then you have Peter Stillman, and I'm pretty sure that's all the black people in all of Metal Gear, other than the little kids in 5.
Was
You're
Gray
right.
Fox black?
Gray Fox is not. If you look at his profile, his character profile in the original Metal Gear games, he's just like a little white character sprite. I think he has
Okay.
white
I
hair.
wasn't sure.
And he's like super white in the
Yeah.
portable games.
He's like ultra white. He's
man.
albino white.
That does suck.
Well, I
He's
guess
like
Phil
white, he's got,
Lamar
like, platinum hair
doesn't Phil Lamar voice him?
in the in Twin Snakes, I think.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say that might be the confusion because Phil Lamar is a black man.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never looking for representation for myself in Metal Gear has not been the best place to go. You know, black people, gay people.
Oh, there's the one guy. What's his name? Kevin in Rising.
Oh yeah, in Rising.
Yeah. So we get
is that-
hip
Oh.
urban Kevin.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that game.
Oh no. That game's also like $3 right now, I think, on
It's not.
Steam or something.
I mean, you know what? I bought that at full price. That pisses me off
Hey,
so bad.
I did too. It's a wonderful game. But yeah, they don't have a very good track record. But I think, unfortunately, that is definitely a byproduct of it being sort of a Japanese-developed game. Because I feel like even in anime and
Yeah.
manga, it's like there's always like the one token black guy,
I know.
which
I just don't
is
support.
unfortunate. Yeah,
I know why, but it's just so like, really, guys?
Yeah, it doesn't make it better. Yeah, just because we know why. I guess it's kind of like it was done on purpose. Rose is supposed to be annoying. Like, it doesn't make it better because we know. But
Was
Isaac.
Rose's whole thing like real though?
Yeah, that's the sort of, it's up to, I think originally the ending of 2 was supposed to be way more ambiguous intentionally because Kojima, quote unquote, wanted to end the series there. But I think because of 4, she 100% has to be real, unfortunately.
Oh, I meant just like the
Unfortunately.
dialogue in the portion of the game. Like I know she existed and was with Jack, but I guess I was just wondering if it was like an artificial for just the content of like Big Shell.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
like she was artificially speaking. Yeah, because I think it's pretty implied. She starts speaking as the AI towards the end.
I was wondering about that today.
Yeah, and then the classic line from the Colonel: "I was walking past Rose's room and I saw a man leaving." Which yeah, very good.
It was himself.
It was. Oh my God, you're totally right.
I mean it. Oh Jesus!
Oh, I forgot
Perfect
about
blue
much.
moment.
oh, fucking pretty boy Roy.
Ew.
Yeah, it's gross. I'm trying to think. Isaac, do you have any questions? I feel like you're being classically
Trained.
somber. Yeah, classically trained.
Classically trained in the arts.
No, I was gonna add on to that is maybe not in video games, but in movies definitely Asian people have that sort of are portrayed a certain way too. So it's not I feel like it happens with pretty much every race, if you will. Which kind of sucks, but I guess I don't know how to fix it.
Do you guys think that because I've noticed this about anime and manga and video games as well? I think every character is supposed to be Asian, but they're
But
not.
they're not. Yeah,
Which is weird. So Snake, I know, is half Japanese, half American. And somebody brought this up on Twitter today, so I'm going to have to say it again. God damn these half Japanese snakes. They do it to me every time. But I don't... It's weird to me because especially, like, even in manga that's explicitly in Japan, like if you look at, like, Gantz, which I know is probably not the most progressive gender politic manga to be talking about on this episode in particular, the characters are all Japanese and it takes place in Japan, but they all look very like
right.
just generic white dude or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
interesting. Like
So
they
I
all have
guess
anime eyes, but like they're not very Asian looking ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think
It's just
my
like one of my
comment
Japanese animes.
kind of goes to video games too, because I can't think of an actual video game in recent times that really had Asian characters. I don't know.
Yeah,
the only thing I can think of is Shenmue.
That weren't like obvious.
Were you about to say Shenmue,
right,
Isaac?
Yeah.
Where literally the whole cast is Japanese or Chinese.
Yeah, but it's like strictly like they look the part, but
for sure
to their fault,
painfully so.
Yeah, painfully.
No, not because they're Asian, but because the fucking character models are ugly.
Yeah, little box faces.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. Not to like derail the whole.
Isaac's always got to make it about him.
Subject. I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I will say, we talked about it last time. Uzumaki, I think, did a pretty good job. I think some of the characters in that manga look pretty Asian. But
That's true.
It's like barely, though. It's vaguely Asian. My favorite phrase. But yeah, that's the thing. Vaguely Asian.
But like, I guess, how do you draw an Asian person without being like...
James is cupping his
racist.
face in his hands right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like in like the Final Fantasies, they're pretty Asian looking.
Mm-hmm. Also, Link from The Legend of Zelda, especially in Twilight Princess, looks fucking hyper Asian.
Mm-hmm.
These combinations of words with Asian are starting to sound funny.
Hyper Asian. I'm a hyper Asian. What the fuck?
Yeah, so that was our little side tangent. That's our 15 minutes on Asian.
Good God.
Sam, could you put 15 minutes on the table? I want to talk about Italians real quick. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. I want to talk about best boy, our friend and yours, Hal Emmerich, for a minute.
Oh, God bless.
Because,
I will just talk about Otacon all night long.
Okay. Well, so, because you said that you had a crush on Otacon, right?
Oh my god,
Can you tell me more about that, please?
Why? I mean,
Because
Just all of it. Just tell me all of it.
I think it's precious and I love it, and it's the most pure thing I've ever heard in my life.
I don't know. I mean, I always felt really... He's like the most tragic character in the whole series. Like, I felt so, like, he was just such a dear, and, like, he was this super sweet guy who just wanted to create things for the better good, and everything he built or worked on, like, backfired on him. Every single person he loved either died or, like, sort of betrayed him or did weird things to him. My heart, like, aches for him. I'm just like, why can't this guy catch a break? He's so sweet. I mean, I'm glad at least he had Snake.
Yeah, we get those two
because
dads. We get Otacon and Snake forever at the end of 4.
Yeah. Dad,
Like,
dad.
the best video game romance ever. But
I want to play like a housekeeping simulator where you get to be Sunny in your double dad household with just those two boys.
Oh, they could be the cutest gay couple.
Could be. I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
sure there were some yaoi fan fictions about that.
I can, based on our fan fiction episode, I can confirm that there is volumes of homoerotic fan fiction.
Let's be real here.
He is like a shockingly like tragic character though, like especially because one of the things that we have on like our kind of list here is talking about the relationship that he had with Emma and then also his stepmother, Emma's mom. And your note on that is very telling.
I mean, I just remember being really shocked that was a part of the story because I felt like at the time that was really a dark place to go. And
oh yeah, I remember I didn't believe it the first time I heard it. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, "Excuse me, what?"
Well, and the fact that it led like his dad committing suicide, and Emma ran away, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I remember thinking back when I originally played it, I interpreted it as that like he was molested by his mother.
Yeah, that's
or
how I
his
took it
stepmother.
too. I know that we joke
Which
a lot
made
about it, where we're like, "Oh, he hooked up with an older lady," which is kind of, unfortunately, I feel like that's also like the way that Western culture in general kind of portray. Like whenever it's like, "Oh, this teacher slept with her student," everybody's like, "Oh man, that lucky guy," and it's like, no, like it's very real. Like that sucks. So yeah, thank you for mentioning that.
I mean, that's just how I interpret it. I don't know if that's how it was supposed to have been translated or interpreted, but to me, I was just like, wow, this guy's life has been totally just like pain. Poor Hal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the moment with him and the parrot when he's covered in blood.
Oh my God.
Too, like, dude, holy shit, that still like tears a hole in my heart.
I was crying.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk
That
about how
scene
literally
was
every single
crazy.
game, every like 1, 2, and 4, every game that Otacon is in as part of the main story, he has a love interest who then dies,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Or a loved one that dies.
Loved one.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
he wasn't
that's what-
really,
yeah,
Emma
sorry.
wasn't a love interest.
You know, yeah, my bad. Poor
Somebody that he cares about.
poor
that dies
framing. No,
horrifically.
Yeah, it's just, I really feel like he's like the most tragic character. He's so fragile. Like, Snake is strong. He's a badass. So
Yeah.
you're like, whatever, like, this shit keeps happening to Snake, but he's going to be fine. Whereas Otacon, I'm always just like, are you okay, buddy? Like,
Yeah.
I got you.
Otacon's like Otacon's our very best soft boy.
I really wish. I don't know if anybody's played Final Fantasy VI who's on this podcast right now, but like in that
Of
game, I feel
course.
like it happens very frequently where they're like, "Let's check in on Narsh. Let's go back to Narsh and see how everybody's doing in that town." I really wish that every Metal Gear was like, "Let's do a quick checkup on Otacon for 15 minutes."
Yeah, you do like a well-being check on Otacon.
Yeah, can we
Is
get
he
like just
okay?
a quick cutscene of like how he's doing?
I like that he had a lot more screen time in 4. I was like, oh, yeah.
His fashion's
you can
on
call
point,
me
by the way.
anytime.
That
Oh, yeah,
turtleneck
he's got
sweater.
his-
Yeah, he's super trendy in 4.
Yeah, he's got that. He's
Yeah,
got
he's
that
got,
Mac Pro. He's got that Zone of the Enders wallpaper. He's got that turtleneck sweater. I was like, I'm all about
Got
this.
those like chic glasses. Like he's doing good for himself.
He's doing things.
I was
He's
not
a
happy
dad.
about... Sorry.
No, go for it.
I was not happy about Naomi telling him to take his glasses off. I was like, just accept
No,
him.
don't make him take his glasses off. That's iconic.
No.
Wait, but do you guys do things with glasses on? Because I find it very troublesome. Like, why you're gonna break your glasses? Why would you do that?
That's a video game, Alessio. And also sometimes
All right,
depends on what's going on.
that's fair.
Interesting.
That's fair. On that, let's
very
let's
sorry.
sit on
I'm
that
so
for a
sorry.
second. Let's just pregnant
Let's let that
pause
hang
on that
in the
for-
air.
James, do you
What
find
has
Otacon to
happened?
be an attractive man?
He's a good-looking boy. He's
Aw.
Hold on, to quote the T1000, this is a really good-looking boy. Do you mind if I keep this
Mind
picture?
if I keep this?
I didn't mean to quote a literal robot when I said what have I
Good looking
become?
You can't pass the CAPTCHA test,
I
James, because
truly
you are a
can't.
robot.
I'm not a robot.
Oh my god.
Very nice. Does anybody have any other? Alice, do you have any additional questions for us? Because right now the ratio is like 17-1.
I want to know how you, I mean, I know you love the boss, but I was wondering what are some of your favorite female characters, or like how you felt about female representation in the series
Oh, that's awesome.
in
Good question.
general?
Isaac,
Yeah.
start us off.
Woo, buddy.
Gotcha.
Well, let me just tell you. I think in terms of the way that they're portrayed is kind of skirting the line, but I can understand like the culture of it and whatnot, and how. I mean, I don't want to say that's Japanese culture for you, but I don't. I mean, is it?
Whoa, Isaac's throwing bows from Malaysia. He's like, fuck those Japanese bows.
No, I don't know. I mean, because like you see stuff happening, like all these crazy Japanese things, and people are just like, "Oh, that's just Japan for you." So I don't know enough about Japanese culture to be like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of normal," in terms of how they're portrayed over there. To
How did
really say
you
one.
feel though, Isaac?
I thought it was a little much, just a little.
Do you have any
'Cause,
favorite ladies? Do you have any favorite ladies of Metal Gear?
Oh man, favorite ladies.
Take your time.
Isaac hates women.
Isaac's like, I actually have no favorite women, period.
Yikes.
Hard
I'm
stop.
trying to think of.
Hey.
I thought you liked Big Mama, Isaac.
Oh, Isaac needs a big mama.
Oh shoot!
I love
Were
big
you
mama.
like fanboying over Big Mama on an
I do,
episode
yeah.
recently?
I do actually.
Wow.
It's the coat. Let's be real, guys. It's the coat. Oh no.
Whoa.
Alice is
Did we
dead.
kill Alice? No.
Great. Thanks, guys.
That was her speaking from the
All right.
grave.
Yeah, I'm dead now. Bye.
Yeah.
I hope that when I die, there's a Google Hangout hang-up sound. Just in general, like no matter where I die, it's just like a...
Wow. It's like the codec closing.
So I'm not gonna lie. Whenever you guys were like, so do you have any
You're like pause
No.
instantly.
No.
Oh no.
No, I was just thinking of like all of
Isaac,
the
don't you think about it. I will come through this microphone.
Oh
So
no!
help me God.
I want to see like a knockdown, drag out fight between Alice and Isaac about pause. Just like, don't you do it!
It'll just be like baby whisper punches. Because we're both so quiet.
Yeah, very soft. A very soft fight.
no.
It'll be a silent fight.
What I was
Isaac, it'll be
gonna
like-
say was that
Isaac
when you
hates
asked
women.
what?
Isaac like hates women.
Yes.
That's the takeaway I got from this
Spot-
episode.
Put that on a shirt.
Yeah,
It'll be the
on a shirt.
description. It'll be the description on Spotify. It'll just say on
Yeah,
this episode, Isaac hates women.
If you go to bit.ly/MGN store, you can purchase the Isaac Hates Women t-shirt.
It's still the same smiling face from the fumbling in the dark. Though.
But it just says Isaac
You
Hates
put that
Women.
on a t-shirt? Thanks.
Yeah, I got you.
Isaac hates women.
Anyway.
Okay, anyway.
What
I
were you
will-
actually going to say, Isaac?
I was gonna say
Isaac's like, for real though.
oh, okay. This is gonna be anticlimactic. When you asked me that, like, if I had any favorite characters, all that flashed in my head was all the cleavage of all the bosses,
Isaac.
because they all every
Is
single
Isaac
boss,
secretly the
I
pervious
hear-
co-host on the
Hold-
show?
all of the bosses
Kojima's
when you
informant.
fight them.
Just immediately saw a montage in his mind. It's like, what? Is,
See what I
what's
mean?
going
Wow.
James, you're in it.
Wow.
No,
No,
it's
no,
like, I don't know
that's
what
what
any
you
of their
did. That's
faces
not
look
what
like.
I did. Let's get this straight.
Whoa.
Yikes.
I'm just trying to be real with y'all.
Isaac's on
This
the
is a
island
lot.
out here.
Instead of Mike and
Look,
Yitzhak,
this is a lot.
it's Mike and Yikes.
Yikes!
Ooh,
But
boy.
yeah,
So based on your rubric, which one did you land on?
we're not gonna go with this.
Which tits tops the top of the
Let's do top 5, bottom 5 cleavage from Isaac.
Who wore it best?
God damn it, Isaac.
Anyway, we're gonna move.
Can we get a
Past
cleavage
this.
T-shirt? Like we should just make a T-shirt for the store. It's just everybody has cleavage.
Can it
when
be
they wear
Isaac's cleavage? Can we make
Yeah.
that happen?
Sure,
Can
let's
we like
do
put
it.
Isaac in a revealing shirt?
God, I hope that people get through the first 45 minutes so they can get to the delirious like joke
yeah.
explosion at the end.
Guys,
I'll
I've only
do
had 3
mine.
hours of sleep.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Jesus Christ. So speaking of Big Mama, I think
Ooh, tell me more.
Eva is actually one of I'm a favorite. Like we've said a lot. We've said a lot, almost as much as we can say about the boss over the course of this podcast. And I love the boss, but I think Eva is in a different way a very strong character, because we were talking about how a lot of the female characters kind of get sexualized or minimized. And I think Eva, she definitely doesn't get minimized, but she does get sexualized. But I think it's almost on her terms a little bit. Like it's like one of the weapons she uses a little bit, because she's a spy.
I'd agree with that.
She does that stuff, and then she winds up in the end getting one over on Snake and everyone.
Getting one over on fucking everybody.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people, I don't think people appreciate that about her enough. And then, of course, in 4, she comes back as Big Mama, and Big Mama's excellent.
And we're in Big Mama's house for part of it.
Yeah, constantly in Big Mama's house. Always being in Big Mama's house. So I like Eva quite a bit. And also, I like Alice, I have an appreciation for the OG Meryl. So
For the Silverberg.
yeah, for that silver bird.
Very nice. James, do you have a favorite? Even though you're only, I think
Yeah,
your exposure
so-
is like pause and quiet. at this
Check a look. I haven't gotten to experience any. I've been in the back half of the equation where shit's not great. I was thinking about something during this podcast though that I'm irritated about. I was thinking a lot about the boss, right? And like, I think she's great in 3. Good character, good stuff. But then like, she becomes this like tropey plot device that I feel like I see in every story now, where it's like, man's anger and pain is all tied up in this one woman who scorned him. I can't get past it. And it's like, that sucks, because she could have been like cool for multiple times, but she was cool once, and then they were like, and now you're a plot device for Big Boss to be a dick.
Yeah, she becomes kind of like a semi-religious figure. I
Totally.
feel like afterwards.
Yeah.
But it's not just Boss. It's kind of funny if you think about it. It's the reverence for her and the interpretation of that reverence is the fucking main conflict between Zero and Boss.
True.
So it's two different men interpreting her
Yeah.
scorn differently, hating
weird.
each other. Which I still, to this day, even if you don't play all of the games, I still think one of the coolest things about it is the huge fucking 30-year story that Kojima is telling is just two dudes having a falling out because one of them thinks mom liked him better.
It's crazy.
It's like that's the whole fucking story of all of it.
It's a real Helen of Troy situation.
But no, I think that's a fair read. I think, Kojima kind of squandered a really good character and
Yeah.
then used her as like a shitty writing.
And then he
device.
just stopped writing female characters after that. He was
Yeah.
just like, I'm done.
Right, like literally, like he put Quiet in a video game.
Yeah.
and
Well, Quiet
did not
is
write her
yeah.
character.
Quiet is arguably just literally breasts with a sniper rifle who doesn't speak.
Yep.
So
crazy.
which is unfortunate.
It's crazy.
Mechanically, Quiet's great.
Mechanically,
But,
Quiet's great.
Every other
And Quiet
aspect
has like
awful.
a hand, like a couple, not even a handful, like literally 2 really great moments. It's like, why couldn't you have just stretched that out into a full character instead of giving me a glimpse into a story of a fucking hardened war criminal soldier?
Yeah, it's also weird considering that Peace Walker and in 5, all of the female soldiers that you can recruit, you fucking count them on one hand, how many you encounter. And then when you do recruit them, Miller does his little, like, nice.
Yeah, Miller's a creep.
And it's
Miller's
like,
got a lot of creepy shit baggage in his little satchel.
he's got shit bags. So, James, is that your answer? It was just the memory of the boss?
Yeah, I mean, I like Eva. From
Yeah.
what I know of Eva.
Nice.
Eva's my answer.
Yeah, also, but Alice, do you have enough experience with? I want to hear Alessio's answer that isn't the boss because we know Alessio's
no, you're
answer
fine.
is the boss. But do you have enough experience with like Peace Walker and like Ground Zeroes to like, have an opinion about Miller?
I really don't. I would feel unqualified.
No, you have
to
the
comment.
best view of Miller, which is his untarnished Metal Gear Solid 1 doppelganger version.
Yeah.
Do you like my sunglasses?
Hell yeah.
All right, Alessio, what do you got aside from the boss?
Yeah, so mine are actually the potential for characters is kind of the
It's
answer.
Rose.
No, oh god, no. I think Strangelove and Amanda. I really like. I really like Amanda a lot. I think unfortunately in Peace Walker, Amanda gets maybe like 2 or 3 of those cutscenes, and then she gets a couple voice lines over the codec. And then, for all intents and purposes, like it's just people talking about Amanda.
Yeah.
And then she's gone. But I do really like her plot arc, where she's like the daughter of this like freedom fighter guy, and then when he dies, she kind of has to take up his mantle. And her whole mini plot arc is like, how do I get the soldiers to stop referring to me as like a little sister, and how do I get them to respect me?
That's a cool story.
And it was cool to see her kind of become respected, and then become almost like an equal with Snake. And I wish that we could have had more time with her. Like, I wish that, she clearly still exists.
She definitely still exists.
In Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes and 5.
Yep.
But they just kind of skirt past it and don't
Yeah.
give a shit to do anything with her. But yeah, so I'd give it to Amanda. Strangelove's really cool too, but Strangelove's also very weird, where she's like less fleshed out than any other character, and she's tied so directly to Boss that it's hard to kind of make her own person.
And they do kind of the same thing with Amanda, where like she's there, and then like they just kind of toss her aside and don't finish the fight.
Well, and Strangelove is very explicitly, if not a lesbian, she's definitely bisexual. And they kind of play that up too. It's kind of like, oh, isn't she weird? And then they're like, let's get rid of this freak, and it's like, oh, okay. So that sucks. But I really enjoyed Strangelove's like fascination with the Boss as kind of like a analogy or like a vehicle to kind of like also be the fascination that the players kind of have with the Boss. And yeah, I don't know. I thought Strangelove was cool. Again, I just think Strangelove and Amanda really could have been useful in 5, but they weren't used, so that sucks.
It's kind of weird though that she was like feeling up Paz.
I know, yeah. So that's
so
what I
weird.
mean. That's what I mean is like the Paz thing,
weird.
and then the what's her name? Camille. Is that her name?
Camille.
Cecile.
No, Cecile.
Cecile.
That's what I meant.
Wow, we saw.
Yeah, Cecile does this. Does the thing too, where she says that like Strangelove kind of like groped her when she was bathing her. So like that sucks. But that's what I mean is like they're like, oh, she's bisexual. She has to be a pervert.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, okay, great, thank you. Anyway, so but that's the potential for those two characters I think would have been cool to see them articulated. But then again, who knows? Maybe they would have fucked them up. So, Sam, did you have another question? But you started to set up a question, and then you ricocheted to me, and then you threw it away.
No, I want to know about Miller. And
then that's right. Yeah, sorry.
Alessio.
Sorry, my mind's broken. It's been too long.
I got my shit together.
I like it. Alice, was there anything else that you wanted to throw out into the discussion world?
Not even like questions for us, but like even
just like anything.
You want to make any comments about literally anything?
You have to make up for 135 hours without a lady, and it all rests on you to represent all women everywhere.
Oh, don't do that to
I'm
her.
kidding. Come on, sarcasm.
God damn it.
Yeah, so I've been sitting here kind of wondering, and it's hard to ever possibly know or guess, but how do you think Kojima or the writing team kind of feels about women in the way that they've portrayed them throughout the series?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. The big answer. We're going to lose listeners over this. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I'm
kidding.
so sorry.
No.
No,
We're going to lose listeners
you're
over
joking.
my inflammatory response that I'm about to have about the writing team.
Do you have a inflammatory response?
I'm just like I am very convinced that like, so the writing team, quote unquote, is literally like Kojima, one other dude, and then one other dude.
Yeah.
And like, I do not think that they have like positive diversity in mind ever.
I think
when
it's
they're
clear
writing
that they
anything.
don't.
Yeah. And it's one thing to be like, they don't have it in mind. It's another thing that like, I do think that they like weaponize female sexuality. Literally with the B&B unit. And I do think that they, other than like, I don't know, who is the fucking ghost writer who showed up for 3 and just like knocked it way the fuck out of the park. But like 3, I think, introduced all of the strongest female characters. And then after that, it was like Kojima was like, oh, I forgot. They're actually just like tits that hold weapons. My bad. Let me go back to that.
I even think like, to go to the, I think even like paramedic, even like on.
I forgot about her. I completely forgot about her. She's great.
Yeah, it was like I think probably the strongest, like quote save support character that they had on the codec.
Yeah, Mei Ling unfortunately falls into both racial and gender stereotypes. Oh, there's our Asian character. Holy shit, Isaac! There's your answer.
Boom.
Mei Ling.
We forgot about Mei Ling.
Wow.
But
She
she's
pilots.
not-
She pilots a fucking boat in 4. I'm sorry, Alice did not forget about me.
We did it.
Wow, that was great.
The mission accomplished banners behind Isaac right now.
Isaac just
Really?
walked in like that kid on that YouTube video where he's just like, "We did it."
He's still in boobland. He's just
Yeah,
in
Isaac's
flashbacks.
either asleep
Oh.
or he's looking at breasts.
I just want to clear something up. I don't think this way. It was just the first thought that came into my head, and it quickly
man.
went away.
Isaac, how large are the pair of breasts you're looking at right now?
I'm not going to answer that.
That's suspicious.
Isaac's playing Dead or Alive right now.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, so that's my answer. I don't think they give a shit. And that isn't to say that like that I don't think they're actively being malicious. Like I don't think they're like, "Oh, fuck women. Let's put them in these situations." But I do think like them not giving a fuck.
I was gonna say I don't think they're being
a
actively
problem.
malicious because they just think this is how it is. Like he idolizes James Bond and that type of shit. Like this is, he has his idea of what women exist to serve, and he writes them like that.
At least in this medium.
Yeah.
Like who knows? Like Death Stranding could come out and we're like,
Totally.
"Holy shit, this is phenomenal."
Totally.
But
And I don't necessarily think that's indicative of like who he might be in his personal life either. Like we don't know that, but I think the way that he writes women and the things that he's cited as influences paint a very clear picture.
Yeah. Again, at least in the spy genre
Yeah.
that he's going for. You have to be careful what you mimic, because then you
Definitely.
run the risk of becoming the thing that you're mimicking.
Oh, wow, it's real.
It's true though. Like if you're
I shivered.
a wolf in sheep's clothing for too long, like you eventually
Become a
kind of
sheep.
become a fucking sheep. Oof.
Do
Heavy.
you kind of have the same feeling about the writing, Alice, or do you have like a...
I mean, I'm just kind of wondering about it myself because I do feel like on some level the certain characters are represented well as females, meaning that kind of like the thing I said about Meryl kind of being the, character who's like longing for that romantic connection, but she's green and like trying to like be tough for him to impress him. Like, I feel like that was kind of well thought out. And I think there are certain female characters that are super interesting where like they didn't have to make them that interesting. Like Emma, yeah, she's kind of annoying, but she's also a programmer, which at the time I feel
that's
like there
true.
probably weren't a lot of like females who were in that kind of world. So I feel like that was an interesting choice. And the fact that like Fortune was black,
Yeah.
but she was this really badass kind of soldier who had this special ability to
Air quotes.
just
Special
deflect.
ability.
Yeah, I don't know. I think as much as maybe he does like over sexualize, there are some pretty solid
I see what you did there.
choices that were being made.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's an interesting point too. Is like there is kind of this decline over time. Like as he got into like Ground Zeroes and 5, like he's painting with very general strokes, but he did at one point or another like write.
Well, even
actual characters.
Paz, I think in Ground Zeroes,
Absolutely.
there is nuance to that depiction,
Right.
and she's not sexualized. She's pitied, I think, too much in 5, specifically with like the weird side content.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, look at this frail, vulnerable, mentally unhinged female character. But I do think, I don't know, just in general, I'm sure that, let's be real here, I think it's not even just cultural, I think it's generational. Because one of the things that I think we kind of keep forgetting and we kind of skirt around is like Kojima's pushing like 60
Totally.
almost.
Which is crazy. He
Yeah,
does
which is-
not look that old.
Yeah,
He was raised in a different culture in a different time period.
You know what they
like,
say.
totally.
You know what they say. Asian don't raisin.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Well, you know how they say black don't crack. I was doing a thing. I'm sorry.
Yep. The thing that I was going to say too, though,
I'm so sorry.
if you notice on this podcast, if it sounds like we're oscillating back and forth between different opinions, and we're kind of like saying something very definitely and then kind of walking it back 5 minutes later, it's because a lot of this stuff is like it's nuanced, even though it feels hastily put together.
Yeah.
It is a nuanced thing, and so one of the big problems that we kind of run into, at least I run into, is like in trying to be a voice for a podcast listener, I think I try to say definite things too frequently. So if at any point during this you're like, man, you guys are saying shit and then walking it back a lot, or vice versa, I think it's just because in general, like this series is weird. It's hard to pin it. because like every game it kind of does something different. So
yeah, no, and I mean you're right, and I don't think, and I hope it doesn't ever come off as like we're walking it back or anything. I think that what I'm hearing in the conversation is like we're adding these modifiers that are important to painting the whole picture. Like these games are made by people, and people are full of little gray bits. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
a lot of squishy bits too.
There's so much I feel that makes the Metal Gear universe exceptionally unique. I mean, all the characters have their own, like, special strengths and weaknesses and little quirky things that even if you're kind of like, oh, man, that Rose, she's really annoying, if you break it down...
Yeah, she still has way more character than the entire fucking Call of Duty franchise put together.
Damn.
Right, I mean, they're so interesting, the choices that were made and how they'll always, like, twist it and how they still, like, foster empathy.
Yeah.
Throughout everything, on the, like, I feel like on the basic human level, like that's why Metal Gear is so successful, at least in, you know, the games that had a story to them.
Oh no. We're looking at you, Phantom Pain, more like Phantom Story. Yeah. Am I right?
Well, it's all. I don't blame you for Sutherland.
Well, and I do want to say too, like even on the episode where I kind of ranted and raved about like how most fans of Metal Gear, not most, that's a definite statement. Again, I'm digging my own grave. How some Metal Gear fans kind of latch onto aspects of the games that I think Kojima is actively trying to make us weary of. Just like on that episode, I do want to reiterate on this episode that like we all love Metal Gear. Like, we wouldn't have recorded the fucking Bible's length times 5 of transcripts if we didn't love Metal Gear. So, like, I think we're all coming at this from, like, a constructive, like, hey, let's talk about this family member that I love that every once in a while will say some kind of, like, weird shit.
Definitely.
So, this is awesome. I really enjoyed this conversation. I think we talked about a lot of really cool stuff. And I do want to hear from listeners on this stuff. I know that we ask for listener responses on the mainline episodes, but like this is kind of a topic that my hope is that when this episode comes out, hopefully we will hear from more female listeners who maybe just don't write in, because there is a vocal minority that we hear from a lot, and we love those guys. We love everybody who writes in, and we do have ladies who write in a lot. We have Jessie Alsip, who we actually dropped her name and some of her comments on the last episode that we recorded, but we do have female listeners who contribute, and I definitely don't want to like make that feel less contributive to the conversation, but I do hope that having this discussion opens the conversation up so that people maybe who are kind of on the fence about writing in feel a little bit more empowered to write in. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Does anybody have any other sort of final statements before we wrap this episode up?
Sorry about Isaac.
I do have one quick thing. Do you guys think? I think in a weird way, like yes, while in a weird way, the thing that I kind of realized while we've been talking is that Otacon is the most emotionally vulnerable character in the entire series. Mm-hmm. Like no, so like yes, the stereotype is like oh, women are way more open about their emotions. Otacon is far more open by an order of magnitude than every female character in these games.
That's because Otacon stays nasty.
Yeah, Otacon is the most vulnerable, which in a cool way, I kind of think Otacon's a great... Talk about role models. Otacon's kind of a great role model because even for me growing up, I think Otacon kind of... Like, Snake is kind of stiff and not very emotional. Otacon kind of like made me feel okay with being like nervous and like scared and like open about shit. And so I think Otacon is like actually a really cool character for some of the soft boys who enjoy Metal Gear. So from one soft boy
and
to
girls,
and soft girls,
yeah, all
and
the
girls.
soft boys and soft girls. I'm a
He's
soft
so
boy.
crush-worthy. Let's just do an
that enjoys
episode on
Metal Gear.
Otacon.
Yeah.
Can we? Because we're going to do one on Miller,
love
so I think we
him.
need to do one on Otacon.
I need a
I
plushie
love
of the Otacon that shows up.
Sprite?
Yeah, the little Sprite Otacon. Oh my god.
Love me some Otacon. We need to do a
I
ballad
want like a, what is it like called, a moe pillow?
Oh
Otacon?
no, like a full body pillow of Otacon?
No, that would be weird.
Sam's
I
like,
wish he
that's
was
not
a
weird.
real person.
Yeah, that would be great. I want like
I mean, Chris Randolph is basically him.
that's true.
True.
So on that note, God bless Otacon. We are going to close this episode out, I guess. Let's do it.
All right.
So before we close everything out, let's do some plugs and admin stuff and all that jazz. Real quick, just to kind of plug the show stuff. If you like what you're listening to, and if you like any of the other episodes that you listen to, you can support us on Patreon. That is patreon.com/Metal Gear Mondays. For as little as $2 a month, you get a whole other podcast, which is the Patron Club exclusive podcast where we talk about non-Metal Gear things. It's been kind of a mixture of topics and games. So we'll talk about a single game that maybe we're all playing together, or we'll talk about a topic. I think the last topic that we covered as of recording is gamer budgets, and that was actually kind of cool, just to kind of talk about like whether or not it's worth it to drop $60 a month on brand new games constantly, or if it's okay to be somebody who just plays old games. And so if you want that, it's $2 a month, but you also get every episode of the mainline show early. There are other perks at other tiers, so just check a look. You can follow us at Metal Gear Monday on Twitter, but on Instagram and Facebook, it's Metal Gear Mondays. And you can go to bit.ly/MGM store. Is that right, Sam?
Yes.
Okay. To buy merchandise, and all of the proceeds from the merchandise go to Sam for making fucking killer artwork.
Oh my god.
Yeah, support your local Sam.
So you say that I haven't cashed out any like of the stuff that we've got. It's gonna wind up going back into the show.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. And it's gonna be great. I still have to replace the mainline image for the show. We've kind of used it as the social icons, which is sort of the Demon Days-esque forehead profile picture look of all of us, which is kind of cool. I really enjoy the picture, and apparently a lot of people do too. So we'll be replacing that at some point. But all of the artwork that gets put together, save for a game designed by Hideo Kojima, Alessio screaming into the void, super sick banner picture, all of the artwork comes from Sam. I don't know if we want to reveal who the Lale Lulelo was that made that phenomenal banner image, but that is another contributing artist.
No.
Sick.
So yeah, let's plug. Where can people find people online? Since you are our special guest for this episode, Alice, would you tell people where they can find you on the internet if you want them to find you?
Oh, I mean, I don't exist anywhere.
Oh shit.
She's actually the Patriot.
That's a lie for sure.
If you want to look at my photography, I'm on Instagram. It's called Titwillow, Titwillo, and it's probably about the only place you can find me that I'll share.
Very nice.
All right.
I'm sorry, I swallowed some air into the wrong windpipe.
Yikes.
The wind
Cool.
the wind went into the food pipe. James, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at James Ragmuth or at jamesragmuth.com. Check it out.
Sam Joel.
Samjul. You can find me on Twitter at Sanjul, SANJUUL.
Oh, is it
and-
Sanjul? You're just smoking jewels all the time?
No.
I just realized that.
No,
Yes.
Me and Alessia
it's
both realized that at the same
Portuguese.
time. It was bananas that we had the same thought at the same time.
James and I have often said the same things at the same
Oh
time.
my God.
Actually, it's very weird. The best one was when we both looked at each other and we both said the words like we can read each other's fucking minds at the exact same time one time. It was amazing.
Christ. No, it's Portuguese. That's a story I'll maybe tell later. But yeah, you can follow me on there. I don't know if honestly, my brain went to space for a second, so I don't know if you mentioned it, but we do have an Instagram. Did you bring that
did.
up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I did, but
Instagram.
you should bring it up again because it's great.
Okay, Instagram at Metal Gear Mondays. I'm very proud of the work I do.
I'm extremely
Cool
proud.
stuff on there. Some good content.
It's fucking hilarious. I love it. I share it with so many people that are probably just like, "What is this?" every time I share it.
And as we're recording this, I am actually posting a bonus clip
Ooh,
for the week. So that literally just hang on. My
In real
phone's
time.
using up a lot of my phone's using up a lot of bandwidth right now. Being on this call and doing this at the same time. Hang on.
wow.
Sam, you just never stop.
We're gonna
Stand
lose
by.
Sam on the recording because of Instagram.
Stand by. Hold please. And now it's posted. So check that out. It's a shorter one, but yeah, I try to post them every Monday, but sometimes you know. Yeah.
Very nice. Isaac, where can people find you?
I guess doesn't have a twit.
Yay. Appropriate
That was a very
response.
telling cough from Alice there in the back.
And you can find me at AC Summerfield on Twitter, acsummerfield.com, which I actually just updated today. I took down, so right now I've got audio and video projects up there if you want to see the things that I'm doing. I'm going to be adding some sort of blog functionality very soon. I'm just very tired this week. There's a lot going on. But I will be adding a blog, and temporarily until we can hit the goal for the Metal Gear Mondays website rebuild, I am going to be soon, I'm not going to give it a date, but very soon, I'll post about it on Facebook. I'll start doing blog posts on Metal Gear Mondays episodes that have show links to some of the notes of things that we talk about, because the way that Spotify and Google Play and some of the other places format our descriptions, it does not behoove us to put links and shit in there anymore. So I'm going to start doing some blog posts for Metal Gear Mondays. So be keeping an eye out for that. But yeah, it lands on me and the rest of us to thank Alice for joining us. Thank you so much. I want to thank, obviously, the panel of fellas that always hops on here with me every fucking time to be troopers. So thank you, James, Isaac, and Sam. And
Only if we're super troopers.
yes, you guys are definitely super troopers, and your Starship
Sick.
Troopers. Your
Damn.
Super
Wow.
Starship Troopers Turbo Edition Arcade Tournament Edition.
Oh my god.
X2.
He's on fire.
But yeah, Alice, do you know about the sign off? You're very creative. Do you have any creative ideas of how we get to this sign off here on episode fucking like 80 something and some change?
Oh,
I don't know how to get here
no.
anymore. I don't know what to do. We're running out.
What's that?
I don't know. What is it?
It's just a box.
Just a box.